This is a haiku. Yes, I'm that pretentious. Numbness in her toes, cold purple extremities, soon to disappear. Thank you. Hello everyone, it's James here, welcome in, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be reacting to the woman whose blood sugar is higher than a Martian on methadone. It is Foodie Beauty, and as we can see here, poor Julia is having to deal with those two heads of broccoli, and she doesn't look like she's having a very nice time. My heart goes out to Julia, but those other two plimps, they can rack off. Anyway, let's get into it.
And just whoa.
Ugh. I've already watched like this
Go
part.
like that. So I am just like taking a step back from.
Absolutely vile. It looks like somebody's already eaten this and plopped it out, to be honest with you. So this is Mahshi, which is Arabic style stuffed vegetables with meat. She doesn't specify which meat, but I think it's lamb. And pizza sambusa with a Lipton iced tea for afters. So yeah, not a fan of the aesthetics of this, but we know that you know, Foodie doesn't really share the most appetizing meals, does she?
Boycotting brands. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today
This looks like something they'd give you in a hospital to poo in, and she looks like she's already done it. So well done. We'll just wait for the nurse to take it. And these are the sambusa. So she calls them pizza sambusa, so I just assume they've got a bunch of cheese in, really. That's all it is. Bung cheese on it, call it a pizza, you know? Put cheese on a chocolate bar, chocolate pizza. Put cheese on a sparrow, sparrow pizza, you know? All that.
I'm having Mahshi stuffed vegetables, Arabic meal, and some pizza sambusa. So I'm gonna plate this up because it's like in this little pot here, and I'll be right back. Actually, you're supposed to go like this.
Yeah?
And just whoa.
Oh, God. I'd see it like a second time, and this just looks like, honestly, it just looks awful. I actually feel quite queasy looking at it, and I do apologise that we're having to detail this, but you know, some sacrifices need to be made, don't they? So if it was just the stuffed vegetables, it would actually be all right. But why have you got like all this cartilage and vileness around it? I don't like lamb. Last time I had lamb was when I was a child, and I didn't particularly enjoy it. I just don't like the taste of it. Yeah, it's this just looks absolutely awful, atrocious. It doesn't look like it's really been seasoned, although that could be the broth taking it all. And it's just like there's just bits of fat, bits of wool probably. It just looks horrible. Why would you eat this? Good Lord, woman. I mean, she's eaten worse, to be fair.
Go like that. Comes with a napkin and a fork and knife.
Right, so do you not have any plates? Do you not clean any plates? Because this looks like you've stolen a tray from the set of Orange is the New Black. Little compartments for your sambusas here. And then a slop section, a little trough here for you to have your veggies and your mystery meat. Absolutely delightful stuff here. And still not using her own knives and forks. I don't understand. Does she not own any cutlery? Does she just own like one fork? Is that it? Because all I've ever seen is like one fork. That's like, you know, what a fork that somebody would own, you know? Instead, she always has like plastic knives and forks. I bet she just throws it all away. I bet her carbon footprint is higher than her blood sugar. Because she just seems to like have copious amounts of boxes and plastic, and all sorts of stuff. I think she's really, really bad in terms of like her carbon footprint. Soon she won't have a footprint, so you know, there is that.
Which is good because it's messy. And this is a meat Mahshi. So Mahshi means stuffed vegetables in Arabic. So there's stuffed potato. I'll show you when I eat it. It's back here. Kusa Mahshi, which is zucchini Mahshi.
Yeah.
This comes with meat. You can pick meat or chicken, and it's lamb meat. And stuffed cabbage and stuffed grape leaves. So let's have a bit of this meat.
I think I'd have chosen the chicken. I think that probably would have looked a bit nicer, to be honest with you. Do you find lamb to be very fatty? I think that's another reason why I stopped eating it, is because I found it very fatty. I mean, I'm very fatty, but you know, I'm losing it. Much like the lamb's lost it here.
Meat. I don't love lamb, but it depends how it's cooked. So let's try it. Foodie bite, bismillah.
No, thank you.
Wow.
Bismillah, your pancreas,
Flavorful.
love.
And they put it at the bottom of the pot of veggies.
She's like, I'm glad I've got a knife and fork because this is really messy. And then she digs in with her bloody claws. She just has no sense of continuity whatsoever. She's doing the bloody boogie. You know what I mean? She's doing the hustle. It's yeah, it's quite a sight to behold. You know, I've always found her eating to be extremely weird, but just watching this odd choice of dinner is taking me to that next level.
And they pressure cook everything, I think. Mmm.
Under pressure.
I think it's mutton, not lamb. Mutton is just like an older sheep.
Yeah. That's
Stuffed grape leaves.
stuffed vine leaves, yes. What are they stuffed with? You didn't tell us. What the fuck is that? Carrot?
Let's try this pizza. Sambusa. Eat it, bite.
No, thank you.
Oh. This one is just cheese.
Well, yeah, it's pizza flavour, whatever that means.
Mmm.
Like, you could... Like, pizza flavour is quite generic, but I guess, like, if we're going for... Like, I saw a bag of pizza flavoured crisps and they went for a margarita. So, it would just be a cheese and tomato sambusa, right? She loves her cheese, does Foodie, though, to be fair. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I guess this... Actually... I don't know, because I don't really know about this style of food, but I imagine with a lot of lamb fat, and that looks like rice stuffed in a potato. So yeah, carb on carbs, and then you've got the sambusa pastry with the cheese, another high fat, high carb combination. So yeah, this still isn't good for her blood sugar. So I think we're just going to take it as pretty much everything she eats is going to be bad for her at this point. Like, I'm not suggesting she revert to a head of lettuce for breakfast, lunch and dinner. But if she made her food herself, and she knew what went into it, I think she would be in a lot better standing with her blood sugar. And she would notice the difference in her face, in her hands. She would be less swollen. Her knuckles would be less dark. You know, she would feel overall a lot better, but she chooses to just be in constant pain. She chooses pleasure and pain at the same time, if you know what I mean. So she chooses the pleasure from the cravings, because we all know that she gives in to her cravings at all times, which we're going to hear a little bit about in a moment. And the pain comes from her constant pain from being an uncontrolled type 2 diabetic. So at the end of the day, you just can't feel sorry for the woman, because she's just doing all of this to herself. And then she comes out with a crying video saying, "Oh, you lot are being right horrible to me, do you know that?" And we're like, well, some of us are being horrible, some of us are facing you with the truth about your habits and about your eating. You know, I like to take the mick, and I like to tell the truth. That's kind of my MO with these videos, really. We're in the realm where a lot of people can be very nasty and just make fun of her because she's fat. I'm not going to make fun of her because she's fat. I'm going to make fun of the fact that she is a reprehensible human being who can't control her addiction. And I think that's, that's very nuanced compared to the kind of face value of her just being a fatty. I'm a fatty, and people have made fun of my fatness in the past, and yeah, but that's not the only thing about me. I'm not just a fat man. I'm a fat man with many layers, most of it adipose, obviously, but yeah, I just think she always makes a rod for her own back, and it's difficult to feel sorry for somebody who does that.
It's like a tangy, soft cream cheese.
Lovely. Well, this is awkward.
Let's try the zucchini.
Just getting out of breath just eating. Good lord, woman. I love courgette, to be fair.
Stuff with rice and spices.
Can you name those spices? Reel them off, come on. A real foodie would know.
And there's like a sauce, but they also put pomegranate molasses.
Yummers.
Okay, let's try the cabbage. Do you guys like stuffed cabbage?
No. What's it stuffed
That and the
with?
grape leaves are my favorite.
What's it stuffed with? What is it stuffed with?
That's really good. Meat. Oh.
Yummy. That's really good. That's really savoury. That's really creamy. I love her descriptive language. It's like listening to somebody reel off a Lord Byron poem. I feel like I'm in the Romantic period, drifting, reading under a tree, an apple about to fall on my head, and I see a man walking towards me with a giant pet bear, and he says, "Would you like me to read you a poem?" And I'm like, "Yeah, alright then." And then he's like, "Yummers, yummers, yummers. Savoury, savoury cheese. Delicious." And then I fall head over heels in love, and we run away to Cambridge, where we become rowboat salesmen. Thank you so much.
Falls apart.
It falls apart, just like your body is. Thank you so much.
Maybe this one is a pizza one.
Let's have a look. What?
So I wanted to talk to you guys about something.
Right. Just quickly gloss over, that's not a pizza.
I've made a decision on my own to not boycott brands anymore.
Right. And why is that, darling?
I have my reasons.
Yeah, and why is that, darling?
That I could get into, but
Why is that, darling?
I still 100% support Palestine.
Uh-huh.
But for example, there is a statement brought up by the owner of the McDonald's here in Kuwait because each...
So, I'll save you the trouble. She just wants 20 chicken nuggets, basically. That's it. I mean, I'll stand with the people of Palestine, but I want me nuggies. Do you know what I mean? This is obviously another very grey area, I'm not going to get into the politics of it all about Israel and Palestine. We all have our personal thoughts about the thing, but Foodie has made it very public that she was boycotting things, especially in one of her lives where she's like, "I'm not going into Starbucks, I'm supposed to be boycotting them." And then she gets told about Lipton's iced tea being part of PepsiCo, and then she's like, "Oh, I better not boycott anything anymore, it's too hard." But really, it's because she watched a Hungry Fat Chick video and she misses her share box of chicken nuggets.
Franchise is owned individually, and maybe they have to pay franchise fees, but McDonald's here put out a statement that they've donated like I think $1 million to Palestine, and they
The multi-billion-dollar company McDonald's donated $1 million to Palestine. How so benevolent of them. So in terms of like how boycotts would affect a business, I imagine being in an Islamic country such as Kuwait, businesses like McDonald's would be hurting so badly because of the boycott. So I think they need to do something in order to mitigate that damage. So if they put out a statement like this, it's just basically saying, look, I know we support Israel, but we really need your business. And they kind of whitewash the fact that McDonald's is still their owners, but they're at a franchise level, they're owned by local people. So please come and sample our Big Macs. But you know, I don't think Foodie has the capability of understanding that nuance. I think she just literally is stopping the boycott because she wants a large fries and a Big Mac. Honestly, I don't think there's going to be any other reason. Because she picks and chooses with her religion what is good and what is bad. So, you know, I just don't see her as any kind of. I don't think she's got any kind of moral compass, to be honest with you.
and they support Palestine. So there's also some products I know I can't boycott. Like I think now people are saying Google is affiliated with Israel, and I obviously like technically that's my employer. Like I can't boycott that. I'm drinking Lipton, so I just if the McDonald's and everything here.
So in an act of self-preservation, she is going to stop the boycott, and just basically flip-flop more than a shoe shop. Unluckers.
The Burger King here were like supporting Israel's efforts in the war, then I'm sure Kuwait wouldn't allow it because they are very against the Israel occupation. So I mean, yeah, that's just one of the reasons. But I have other reasons like I don't really want to get into, but none of them have to do anything with like.
Well, the other reason is because I really miss Big Mac burger sauce around my lips. I really miss the fact that somebody gave me money on my Cameo to eat 20 chicken nuggets. I'm sure those are the reasons she doesn't want to get into.
Me not wanting a ceasefire and everything else. So, or free Palestine. It has nothing to do with that. So I am just like taking a step back from boycotting brands and not really gonna partake in that anymore. So yeah, so that's my sentiments. I can't speak for Salah. I'm just speaking for myself.
That's exactly my sentimonies.
I know it's gonna like cause a lot of people to say, things about that, but
I mean, all we're gonna say is that this is another continuation of her changing her mind, because she changes her mind about everything. She said she wasn't going to talk about her health, now she talks about her health. She said she wasn't going to talk about her private life, now she talks about her private life. Diddly dee, diddly do, tweedledum, tweedledee, all day long. It's very, very taxing. See, it's taxing for us to try and keep up with all of this about her. Imagine what it's like for her in her little rutabaga mind, It's the hamster's working overtime, I can tell you that. That is a big tater.
It's a choice I'm making.
Jesus Christ, woman. It's not an apple. I'm glad I've got cutlery, by the way.
Potato, stuffed potato.
I'm so glad I've got cutlery for this.
It's just just how it is. So I would let you know.
She's like a.
You may see me consuming.
She's going at this like a JCB digger. Right, hum.
Things that you probably like. What?
Oh my God, you're disgusting.
So.
That's it. I hope Salah's not going to eat any of this. Good Lord.
It's like the franchises here in the Middle East, they support Palestine.
I've seen cows chew their cud with more grace than this. And I've seen a lot of cows.
Now, look, there's a lot of like anti-West brand sentiments in general, but I'm Western, you know.
Right. So because you're Western, that means you can't support a boycott. All right. That potato got devoured. Get your breath back, love. What's in that? What's in that? Oi, what's in that?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Alright.
I hope you'll understand. If not, I understand. If you don't want to support me anymore, I understand.
I mean, I never supported you in the first place, so that's not going to change. There's something about it, like watching her pick at the food is kind of, it's a sense of revulsion, but there's also a mesmerizing aspect to it because it's something you don't see very often from people. Like, you know, if we go out to dinner and I'm looking lovingly across at my partner and he's chowing down on a pizza slice, you know, I think, there's a reason why we're together. But I look at Foodie, and yeah, it just doesn't seem like reality. It doesn't seem like somebody would eat like this in reality, really. But you know, she's just part of my stories. You know, I don't watch television, so this is my soap opera.
But yeah,
Yeah. What the hell is that?
the potatoes are so soft.
Oh yeah, they've probably been cooked for like 12 hours.
It's yummy.
Oh, yummy. Yeah, I love that descriptive language you've got there. Oh,
I think I've had enough though. I'm pretty full. That big potato. Actually, I can have one more grape leaf. Always have room for grape leaves. Eat it whole.
oh, you're so brave.
We help out in other ways. Palestine. We do donate money to relief efforts, to aid efforts. I wish I could help every single individual family that reaches out to me. I have so many that reach out to me, and it's just not possible.
Yeah, just save us this. We know you're lying. And she's like, oh, we always give money when we order food. It's probably like $22.99, and then they ask her, do you want to round up to the 1p and donate that? And she's like, yeah, all right then. So she probably gives like 10, 12p a week to Palestine, to be honest with you. Even, you know, that's still something, but it's not like the grand gesture that she wants to portray.
You know, so we do what we can, but every day I have at least 5 to 10 families, you know, inbox me, message me, and be like, can you share my GoFundMe? Can you share this? Can you help out? You know, so I feel terrible, and I wish I could help everyone. I really, really do. And, you know, if I can't offer anything else, I pray. I offer prayers. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Just like you prayed that you'd never get these, that you'd never harm your body again, right? Yeah. Praying every day that you'd be better just so that you could destroy yourself again. Yeah, that praying really worked very well.
I wish they gave more meat, but that's all. That was really, really good meat. It tasted like beef to me. It didn't taste like lamby. Mutton tastes more like meat, like beef to me, than lamb does, I guess.
So this is more
I
like
find
meat.
lamb too strong of a taste.
Meat tastes like meat. Newsflash.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Thank you so much, Foodie, for your wonderful take on boycotting things because you want extra nuggets and Big Mac sauce. Thank you so much. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.